My husband and I moved to Vietnam 1 week ago, and we've already had to rethink almost everything. Nothing can fully prepare you for what it feels like to start over in another country. We really thought we were prepared for life in Vietnam. We watched the videos, we read the articles, did all the research. But there is a difference between learning about a place and actually waking up in it every day. Even after everything we thought we understood about life in Vietnam, there were still things that genuinely surprised us. What surprised us the most is the level of peace that we would experience here versus the amount of stress that we had in the United States. My husband's in school and I've been doing a little bit of English teaching online, and since we've been here, we've been able to focus more on our goals and on our relationship.
We're finally headed to the mall. We're going to go to Vincom Grand Park. We were sick the first 4 days coming to Ho Chi Minh. That travel tore us up, but we're feeling better. But we're going to catch the bus for the first time, so that's going to be interesting.
I was very surprised to see that they have free buses to take you around town because no place I've ever lived ever had free transportation in the US. From our research, they provide the free buses to cut down on pollution and traffic. It was clean and air conditioned, which was very much appreciated in the Saigon heat. I just couldn't help but appreciate and admire the landscape and all of the tall buildings and the infrastructure here in District 9. It's a lot different than the city center, which we appreciate because there's more greenery and less traffic. This district just seems like it's centered around family and children. It has the water park, amusement parks, and as a married couple who plans to have children in the future, this seems like the perfect place for us. It just surprised us to see how much they value the family structure here in this area, which is a lot different than what we're used to in the US.
We finally made it to the mall, but we ran into McDonald's, and every country we go to, I love to see what they have at their McDonald's. They got wings.
What really surprised us about the mall is how much there is to do in here. Like, you could really stay here all day if you wanted to. Also, once again, centered around children and the family structure. The next day, in a surprising turn of events, I would wind up at this urgent care, but more on that later. From our research on gyms in the area, we knew we wanted to try Anytime Fitness, but we couldn't figure out anything about their prices.
Hello,
Hi.
how are you? It's not crowded?
Yeah, not crowded.
Oh, good.
Because we open 24 hours.
Okay, yeah.
The gym here was very nice with ample equipment, way more equipment than we would ever need to use. What really surprised me about this gym is that it is extremely nice. It is so much nicer than any Anytime Fitness I've ever been to in the US.
This room for yoga classes and dancing classes.
Oh.
We have a skate-shop classes. Let me show you the skate-shop.
Okay, cool.
Locker, water, free vending machine.
Okay, nice.
Turns out it's about $35 a month or $100 per month if you only do the month-to-month option. We did end up signing a 1-month contract because we don't know where in the area we want to live yet. Another huge difference between Vietnam and the US that surprised me was how much better the customer service was. I didn't realize how bad the customer service had gotten in the US until I came to Vietnam, and as soon as you enter a store or a restaurant, someone pops up to help you in case you need it.
Hi, I'm just looking.
Everyone always talks about how affordable some of the food is here, but still, no amount of budget planning could have prepared us for how affordable it actually is. Due to this, we end up ordering way more food than we actually need, so we need to work on cutting back.
Kentucky Fried Chicken. Dookie. Dim sum. Oh my god. We're gonna have to try everything. Coco's, my husband's favorite place. This is just a replica of the food. Ooh, look at this. Now that's dope.
We stopped to get lunch at an udon restaurant, and I wish I can say I was surprised at the quality of the food, but that is the one thing that did not surprise us. We knew that the food in Vietnam would be 100 times better and healthier for us than in the United States. We just know that so many chemicals are allowed to be in our food in the US, and since we've been here, the food has tasted better and healthier. I thought I was feeling better, but later that night I started to cough up phlegm and blood, so we asked the Airbnb host the best place for us to go, and she recommended we go back to the mall to the VinMed clinic. When we arrived, everyone was very professional and got me seen as soon as possible. I saw 2 doctors, including an ENT and a general practitioner. They did an endoscopy, chest x-ray, and blood work. They diagnosed me with sinusitis with asthma complications. They prescribed 7 medications for me, including antibiotics, 2 inhalers, Singulair, and nasal spray, just to name a few of the medications. The cost to see both doctors, get chest x-ray, get blood work, and an endoscopy cost about $65. And for 7 medications, that cost about $49. The nurse told us to come back in about an hour and the pharmacist will have all of my medications ready. So we decided to just go upstairs and try out a hot pot place that we saw earlier. They had so many options for us to choose from, and everything was so fresh and so delicious. We did have to use the translator app a few times, but that just makes us so much more excited to sign up for Vietnamese classes. We quickly realized that the portion sizes here were far larger than we expected, more so like family style. But a few days later, we ended up finding a place that was more suitable for just 2 people. Again, the food here was amazing, 10 out of 10. But as soon as we started feeling stuffed, it was time for us to return back to the doctor so that we can get the medication and talk to the pharmacist. What surprised me the most was how quickly the doctors got me in and out, listened to my symptoms, and diagnosed me. It's sad to say, but care like this is unheard of in the United States. Everything they did today would take days or weeks to get done and would cost a few $1,000s. The nurse that was in charge of my care was so sweet and so understanding, and she made sure I understood everything every step of the way. After the doctor's visit, I still wanted something for a sore throat, so Ari went to the pharmacy and he got some cough syrup and some cough drops, and it cost about $10.71 total. He used Google Translate to relay my symptoms, and the pharmacist showed him a few things that he recommended. After experiencing the affordable healthcare, the quality of food, and the welcoming people, we never expected to fall in love with Vietnam so fast. Since being in Vietnam, we've experienced a level of peace that we've never had in the United States. When we decided to leave the US, we knew we were taking a risk. But these first few days in Vietnam have felt less like chaos and more like alignment. And for the first time in a long time, that feels peaceful. Make sure to like and subscribe if you're interested in apartment shopping and life abroad in Vietnam. Thank you for watching, and thank you to all of the new subscribers.